Hello and welcome to the third tutorial on Cambridge One Mastery. In the last tutorial we looked at creating a class, but we didn't add any students, so we're going to learn how to do that right now. Now, as I've stated before, some teachers are lucky enough to have administrators or schools which do this for them. But if you don't, please don't worry, because it's very easy to do. And we're going to see how we do it now. So let's go back to Cambridge One. And here we are on the landing page. We'll log in with the teacher account that we created for Alberto Corazon. Let's log in. Okay. And here we see Class 2A. And remember, we created this without any access code whatsoever. We've already created this class. Let's go inside. And when we look at this, we can see that there aren't any students. Now we want to add our students, and there are two ways we can do this. Okay. So first of all, we can use our class key. In the top left corner here, we have our class key. And if we give this to our students, and they're already registered, then actually they just need to add the class key and they'll join the class. So I've created in a different browser a student account. Here we go. I've just moved from the teacher's account, Alberto Corazon, to the account of Marta Sanchez. And we can see she's actually registered. She's also activated her Think Level 2 digital products. But she's not a member of a class yet. So what she can do is she can use this button in the top right-hand corner, Join a Class. If I click on that, it invites Marta to enter the class key. She enters that and clicks Join. The teacher will get a notification and Marta will join the class. I'm not going to add Marta this way because I want to look at the second way of adding a student to a class. So I'm going to close this. Marta hasn't joined. I'm now leaving Marta's account and I'm going back to the account of Alberto Corazon. Okay, so we know that Alberto can share the class key and he can give this to the students and they can join the class themselves. Or he can send an invitation. And down here in students, we can have add. So here we are in class 2A, under class data, students, add. Now this screen is really important because for students to join a class, they have to be over 16. If they're under 16, they need their parents' consent. So you have to identify whether students are under or over 16. Luckily, Marta is over 16, so we click adults and next. And here we go. We've now got a screen which allows us to enter an email address and the name and surname of the students that we'd like to invite. So I'm going to put in Marta's email address. Of course, we have to have their email addresses, and maybe you have that at school, or maybe you have to ask the students for them. But once I've done that, I can invite Marta. I can have a list of 30 students here, by the way. I can have as many students as I want. So you can invite the entire class in one go. But at the moment, I'm just going to focus on inviting one student. So I click this button. Okay. And we have to wait a little bit. Wait. And there we go. We get the notice that Marta Sanchez, this is her email address, was invited today. And the status is pending because she hasn't accepted yet. I'm going to go back now. I'm going to jump to Marta's account, okay, to look at what happens when the teacher sends this invitation. So I go to Marta's account. I need to do a refresh, okay. And if you look in the top right corner here, the notifications button shows a red circle with 1. That means she's got one notification. Click on that, and oh, look, new class invitation for class 2A. We select it. Now Marta has to accept, so she needs to select this and click accept. Okay. And we go back to the dashboard. And we can see that Marta is now a member of class 2A, and she'll have access to her progress there and homework assignments and everything. And if we go back to the teacher's account of Alberto Corazon, we need to refresh the page, and we can see that Marta is now added. And by the way, if this was a mistake and you added the wrong student, you can always select and delete as well. Okay, so now Marta is added. We've created a class, we've got a student. More students will be added later. But in the next tutorial, we'll look at actually activating the other course content, which is really important for the teacher. Okay, thank you, and speak to you soon.